They were disrespectful. I think they were ignorant. I think they were very unprofessional.
Plenty of strong reaction on Thursday after Manitoba's opposition leader Kinew called out Manitoba's new Indigenous Relations Minister after comments he made on residential schools. PCMLA Alan Lajimodier was sworn into Premier Brian Pallister's cabinet Thursday morning, becoming Manitoba's new Indigenous Relations Minister. But it was this comment he made during his introductory press conference that has left many disappointed.
The residential school system was designed to take Indigenous children and give them the skills and abilities they would need to fit into society as it moved forward.
You'd assume that somebody in public office whose one of his main skills should be speaking and presenting would fumble and make such critical mistakes in the language he was using. It's quite shocking.
Assembly of Manitoba Chiefs Grand Chief Arlen Dumas says the comments made today demonstrate how strong the disconnect is between First Nations and the provincial government.
So to have somebody speak so callously about our history is ridiculous.
Lajimodier was sworn in Thursday after former Indigenous Relations Minister Eileen Clark stepped down following comments made by Brian Pallister last week on colonial history. University of Manitoba Native Studies professor Negan Sinclair says this all starts from the top.
To have someone with such profound ignorance to be able to reach the highest levels of office in this province is astounding, shocking, but yet unsurprising of the amount of racism that exists within Canada.
Other Indigenous leaders also expressing their concerns. Southern Chiefs Organization Grand Chief Jerry Daniels provided a statement which reads in part, "It didn't take long for the new minister to show where his true loyalties lie." Grand Chief Garrison Settee from Manitoba Kuetenoi Okamakinak noted the ignorant views and comments being shared by these elected officials only harm efforts at reconciliation in Manitoba. Dumas says residential schools were not ancient history.
These children were murdered, otherwise they wouldn't be in unmarked graves. And that First Nations in this country, up until 1996, attended these schools. It's not ancient history. It is the reality, and people need to be aware.
In Winnipeg, Alex Karpa, City News.